What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here, thanks for stopping by. Today's video we are on the test server here and we will be getting a sneak peek on the brand new rebalance Sir Nicholas, and we will be doing his playtest here after his rebalance. So Sir Nicholas, if you guys did not know, Santa Claus right here, he is one of the oldest champions in the game. I believe he is also the first fusion in the game, happening sometime early in 2019. So this champion is 6 years old. He's a Void Legendary. Back in the day, he was actually really good in terms of dealing damage. And of course, he does bring the 4-turn unkillable buff, which allows you to tackle the Ultra Nightmare Clan boss back in the day as well. So very strong champion. But over the years, he has been power crept. And finally, he's gotten a rebalance that I think makes him worthy of a 2025 Void Legendary. Let's check out his new kit here. He's got great base stats, even for today's standards. He's an HP-based damage dealing champion. Let's check out his new kit here. So his A1, a 65% chance of placing a freeze debuff. This debuff cannot be resisted. So this chance was increased from 50%, so it's a very small increase, but this condition was added. If Lady Noelle is on the same team, the chance increases to 100% and it cannot be blocked or resisted. Now this is a very nice condition because the pairing partner bonus with Lady Noelle is actually very strong. Lady Noelle is a very strong reviver as well. So them together is not something that you have to force. They work very well together. So great buff there, conditional upgrade is A2. Now this is where he got a very significant upgrade. It's on a 3-turn cooldown still. Attacks all enemies. Ignores 30% of each target's defense if Lady Noelle is on the same team. 30% ignore defense is big. That is a big ignore defense. And like I said, you don't have to force Lady Noelle synergy with him because together they are quite strong already. Now, Strengthen was also added to this ability as well. So it no longer just places a shield, it also places Strengthen now. And because he deals more damage, this shield will be a lot bigger. So previously, if he didn't do a lot of damage, the shield would not be so big. But now we got more damage, we got a bigger shield, and we got Strengthen added on top. Still on the 3-turn cooldown, so nice upgrade to the A2. And his A3 now is even crazier than it was before. Unkillable continuous heal still is on this ability on a 4-turn cooldown when fully booked. Now it also places counterattack on this champion by default. And if the partner bonus is active with Lady Noelle, it also places taunt on himself as well, which is absolutely nuts. So not only does his damage increase, his support abilities also increase as well. And he gained a brand new passive. Previously he had no passive, so getting a passive, any passive, would be a massive upgrade. So here Sir Nicholas gains a passive, Winter's Warden, and it's actually insanely good as well. Enemy ignore defense effects used against allies under shields are decreased by 30%. That's a 30% decrease. That's huge. Harima's is 50%. So his is 30% here for allies under shields. Enemy ignore defense used against Lady Noelle specifically while she's under shield buffs are decreased by 60%. So she gets a bigger ignore defense effect reduction than the rest of your team. Now, the big thing about this is that the wording signifies that it's not shields placed by himself. It doesn't matter. It can be shields from anywhere. So you can put a bolster set on somebody and your whole team instantly starts off with a, blanket 30% ignore defense effects decrease. So absolutely insane protection passive here. And yeah, it's nuts. And you don't even need Lady Noelle for this to work. So if she's on the team, she gets more, but you don't need it on the team. Don't need her on the team to make this work. So even just bringing him along is actually pretty insane for your whole team in terms of overall protection. And he still gets the standard HP in all battles aura, which is very good. Absolutely insane rework to him, like very worthy of a Void Legendary now, especially with the partner bonus. Like I said, it's a very easy partner bonus to fit in, nothing you have to stress or force. So anyways, let's jump into this. I'm going to show you guys the build I got on him and then we'll put him in some content. So first, let's show you guys the build. I got him right now built in my best HP based gear, lethal and stone skin, and then we're going to try to bring him into the arena to see what he can actually do. Unfortunately, my Sir Nicholas is only 1-star blessed. Obviously, if you have a bigger blessing on him, he's going to do a lot more damage, which is going to be really good, especially if you're using him specifically for damage. You can definitely use him for damage. He has a bunch of ignore defense in his kit now. You can test out how hard he can actually hit. We'll see in this video and see if it's actually viable, or you can gear him out full protection, 9-piece protection, and just have him be a support champion and protect your team. So courtesy of Hell Hades website here, we got the multipliers on Sir Nicholas. His A1 is actually considered a weak multiplier with a 0.28 by HP on the hit, 25% damage from books. And then his A2 is 0.25 by HP, which is considered weak as well. Now, these are without the rebalance. Honestly, the rebalance will only really affect the A2, giving it a 30% ignore defense with Lady Noelle. Without the 30% ignore defense, his attacks will not be significant damage. So just something to keep in mind here as we move along. I'll show you guys the build here. It's a pretty big build. I got my best HP base gear on him, like I said. Just show you guys the overall gear here. You want crit damage, speed, crit rate, of course, 100% crit rate. And crit, yeah, basically as high crit damage as you can possibly squeeze on him. Speed, also very relevant as well. You want good speed on your damage dealers in arena. And that will be dependent on where you are in arena. Like I said, it's a very big build here. You guys obviously scale down your stats based on where you guys are in terms of your overall progress. 1-star blessing, 120 speed, HP, 288 speed, 332 crit damage. I am running the big cat's gaze here. Now this is just whatever I had on my account. Obviously this is one of my best damage dealing relics. If you don't have it, use something else with crit damage. Works very, very okay. Now, also keep in mind that the Cat's Gaze will not be as great on a HP-based damage dealer because he has high HP, where it ignores 10% of the target's defense when attacking enemies with higher HP. So this is going to be really good against PvE content, but less good against the PvP content. But in general, supports probably have a little bit higher HP than him occasionally, and I still get the extra crit damage stat here as well, so that's perfectly okay. In terms of masteries, I took Lightning Cage. We do have a Stone Skin set on him, so Lightning Cage seems fine. You could also take something like Reaper, would be pretty cool. 6-star Blessing, probably Crushing Rend for some more ignore defense, which would be pretty cool. In terms of overall masteries here, we went down for Helm Smasher for some extra ignore defense. Cycle of Violence, which is pretty good for him, I think. First hit damage bonus. We went support tree, went for the extra lasting gifts. So some of his buffs, lots of it, he has lots of buffs, right? So we get some value there as well. Cycle of Magic, so we can get more A2s, more slams, bigger shields here, which is pretty good. So yeah, kind of standard mastery set here as well. So this is a damage dealing build for Sir Nicholas. You can, like I said, you can definitely build him in full 9-piece protection. Then all his buffs will be protected. And he would be giving a damage boost to whoever your damage dealer is. I think that's a very, very strong choice for him. Obviously, if you want to not use him as your main damage dealer, but we're going to test out his damage here because it was actually reworked. So first, let's test his damage by himself, and then we will test him with Lady Noelle. All right, so we got him here against the first wave against Dragon. Let's see how well he performs. So we got no Lady Noelle, so it's just going to be a standard big slam here. Let's see how much damage you can do. Boom. Get out. Got 371. 371k. Honestly, that's not really super significant, but not too bad, actually. Not too bad. 371. We hit again. 453. Probably Helm Smashers. Hit again. Got 362. So 351 to 450. Pretty big spread there. And let's see here. 414. Yeah, so 350 to 450, around there. All right, let's give him that rough estimate, and then we'll jam Lady Noelle in here and then see how well he performs afterwards. All right, so we're going in here with Lady Noelle now. Let's give him increased speed. Doesn't really matter. The extra buffs doesn't really matter. It's not going to boost him up or anything. Let's see what his damage is. 1-time speed and ignore 30% defense. Not surprisingly, hit super hard, and his damage probably tripled. You see that damage? 1.2. 1.2, guys. That's a big hit. 1.2. He goes from 350, 400 to 1.2. Check it out, guys. This is not a damage buff. All these buffs on him doesn't increase his damage. 1.2. That's probably with Helm Smasher, right? So this one's 594. Okay, so we got a pretty big range here. We go from roughly double damage or slightly worse than double damage to 3 times damage. Here you go. Look at that slam. Look at that slam. 1 million. Obviously, Helm Smasher is going to be a big difference here, but you can kind of see the big damage difference here, right? He actually hits pretty good. But that's not surprising with so much ignore defense from that hit. Now let's check out his A1 here. I don't think his A1 hits particularly hard, but it's not too bad, I think. Check out his A1. A1 here. Boom. 39. I mean, not crazy significant, but oh, look at that. Guaranteed freeze. Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. Oh, actually, let's check out the A1 again. This is increased defense. Guaranteed freeze. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Loving it so far, guys. All right, guys, let's test him in the arena a little bit here. Let's see if he can be the main damage dealer for our team. Let's see if he can actually work out here. We got Lady Noel in the lead, and then we got Sir Nicholas here. We got a speed booster and a lockout champion, and he is our damage dealer. Let's see if it works out. We will place increased speed on him, and if you target him, he'll activate his goodwill, which is the unkillable. There you go. Super nice. Look at this insane. I mean, you could even give him Heaven Cast. That would be kind of nice. Yeah, that would be nuts. Anyways, let's give them the big smack. Let's give them the smacking of a lifetime here. Smack 87k against that Ashnar. 87k. Okay, let's keep going here. Now, the thing with Sir Nick is that he basically only has that A2 as a damage dealing slam. His A1 I don't think hits super hard, and he won't have an ignore defense boost there, so that Carnage did basically nothing. A little bit of issue here. The A1 being a constant freeze, he's going to freeze himself occasionally with the wand, so that is going to be a little bit of a detriment there. A little bit nasty. Let's see what else he can do here. Okay, that. Another transform. Okay, that's good. Kill this guy. See that? Yeah, it's a one meta, guys. Any kind of debuffs is kind of nasty here. Let's go to the unkillable. Why not? Lock out. Get back to that slam. I think he only really has the slam here for damage, right? Let's see. He's gonna come back with the A1. I mean, 47k hit on that A1 is pretty big. 39k hit, plus some shield damage hit with that A1. I mean, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. Oh, that is some nasty synergy there with Lady Noel. And big slam. We did kill the Duchess, I think, but then you got proc the relic there. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's bring him in against this team again as the single DPS champion here. Let's see how well he can do against this team. Okay, so we go first. Let's try to lock him out. And we got it. So here we could, I think we just go for the unkillable. Just nuts. Crazy synergy. And then he one-shots the whole team. 135k on that Fabian. Not too bad. I mean, the AoE hits pretty good. The AoE hits pretty good. Big ignore defense there, of course. So it allows him to hit pretty good. Let's see what he can do. Let's try this team. Why not? Let's try this team. The unkillable should protect us from Leo, so that's going to be a big thing. Let's see if we can make this work. And then we have lockout too, which is great. Locked out. Okay. Unkillable. And then, oh, that's a bit of a problem sometimes, right? Okay, he wasn't able to kill. Also, the freeze actually prevents some damage incoming, so the freeze can be problematic, but of course it's very good CC. You see there that the freeze got sent back to us via the wand, so a little bit not great there, but I think we still got this anyway. The unkillable buff is very nasty here, especially with these synergies with the with Lady Noel. Yeah. Yeah, sleep and freeze. It's a wand meta, right? Let's see if we can kill Leo. One shot, 36k on the A1. Not bad, not bad. All right, doing pretty good. No need to finish off that fight, but not too bad there. Let's try Cold Brew's team here, I think. Okay, let's try this team. Rhodos has pretty good, he can handle unkillable, but Empress cannot handle unkillable. So here, and then we trigger the unkillable, increase speed. Boom, freeze you. Boom, smack you. Break your stack here, and then big slam. Boom. And again, the frozen champion takes less damage. So big hit there, but it's Rhodos. Rhodos coming in with a big smack. Freeze you again. Counterattack. Oh, Rhodos says, I'm immune as long as Sifi is out there. So Zernik goes down. Bring him back up. Oh, he goes back down again. Let's bring him back up. All right. Let's see here. Block you. Unkillable. It's not real. Unkillable is not really going to help against Rhodos. But maybe he doesn't have the A3 ready. Freeze. Extra turn. Oh, merciless. Ah, yeah, Rhodos. Very good. Very good, Rhodos. Very good. Don't have revives up yet. Oh, down again. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. He's a tough cookie here. Very good. Now the problem is that Rhodos is pretty built out. He's hard to and we just lost our Sir Nick. And yeah, he's gonna block revive. So yeah, Rhodos pretty good. Rhodos and Sifi, right? He doesn't get debuffed by the freeze and all that. So pretty good there. Let's test him out against this team. This team's look pretty tanky. High resistance, I think. Higher resistance than we can probably deal with, but let's see how well we can do here. And we get double resisted. A little bit of lockout. Let's go for unkillable. Okay. Unfortunately, all in stone skin. We can't really break through. Big smack. 48k smack there on the Freya. I mean, the A1 seems to do okay in terms of smacking, I think. So not too bad. And then the wand. So even though Nice was in stone skin, we attempted to freeze him and then we froze ourselves. And because it is what I believe it's unblockable, unkill. Sorry, let me just double check next time we get a turn with Sir Nick. But I believe because the A1 is irresistible, it comes back to us, even though we have block debuffs. But let me just double check that 1 sec here. Okay, so here we go. His A1. If Lady Noelle's on the same team, the debuff cannot be blocked or resisted. So even though my Sir Nick had block debuffs on himself, we still got frozen because it was sent back via the wand. So that's a bit of a problem, right? So if you get wanded, which probably happens probably 40 to 50% of the time nowadays, so when he counterattacks with his A1, he can potentially freeze himself, and there's no way that he can prevent that from happening. So that's kind of nasty. It's kind of nasty. The A1's a little bit of a negative here, to be honest. So go for the big smack, kill some stuff, get killed ourselves. That's a little bit not good, guys. A little bit not good. Yeah, getting frozen ourselves is a little bit not good. Go for the unkillable. Kill nice. See, there we go. Got frozen again. Yeah, not the best. This time we wanted him, but definitely not the best here. Sleep. We might get wanted again, right? I think we can take out this team actually. we're like one hit away winning. Kill this guy. Yes, 81k smack. Pretty big smack, to be honest. The A1 there. Not locked out. 90k versus the Rooster and then 50k against Noel. So Noel's probably super tanky. But yeah, it looks like we got this one down. Um, we're seeing a little bit of issues here with the A1, especially with the wand. So getting it sent back to us in a unblockable state is actually pretty bad. His overall damage is not too bad, to be honest. And keep in mind that my Sir Nick, although he is in great gear, he is only 1-star blessed. So he does have some room to go. Also, the Cat's Gaze might not be the best relic for him. So you can definitely upgrade the relic to another damage dealing relic. That might make more sense, maybe more consistent damage. But at the very least, it shows that he potentially can do a, more of a damage dealing role nowadays compared to before. So that is a very sizable upgrade here for him to allow him to have the potential to be a damage dealer nowadays. But I think the preferred build for him would still be something along the lines of a 9-piece protection set paired with Lady Noel, and then paired with another stronger damage dealer. So just in case you guys want to see what kind of gear I was using on the team that he was on, I do have Lady Noel in a 6-piece stone skin, a little bit fast, not too much faster than Sir Nick. And then we have Sifi being fast, and then Fabian being fast as well, which help out with the speed meta, of course. But we do see some issues here with the A1 being unblockable. You can't really deal with that. And then if you get wanded, it's very, very tough. So maybe ideal to bring some kind of cleanser. You do have a cleanser here with Lady Noel, but maybe it's not enough. So maybe a second cleanser would be helpful. Get Sir Nick back and going again. Now, is Sir Nick usable in Hydra? He definitely is usable in Hydra. The problem with Hydra is that if Hydra's steal his unkillable or counterattack, it's going to be really nasty. He also places an extra buff on himself, so he's going to be targeted by the Head of Mischief very frequently, which means that he's probably going to get all his stuff stolen, which is a big, big negative. I don't expect him to do a lot of damage even with a good damage build in there, probably just mediocre damage. So I don't think it's probably worthwhile to use him there unless you have no other options. I would say for Siege, it's going to be a massive pain in the butt if you get a Siege Sacred Order condition post. Sir Nick and Lady Noel are already very strong in that kind of condition post, and now they're just going to be much, much stronger. You guys might have noticed that the passive was protecting our team quite a bit. Our team was receiving quite less damage as well. It seemed quite sturdy against some of those strong damage hits coming in. Obviously, that Rhodos tore us apart because we weren't able to stabilize, get the shields going and all that. But I really like this passive. I think it's super strong. And the fact that you can use it with any kind of shield set, bolster set from anybody, not just himself, makes it so much more versatile. It's absolutely insane. So I really like these buffs on him. I love that they kind of opened up this damage dealing option for him now. Made him way better with Lady Noel. And yeah, this passive, absolutely nuts. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Sir Nicholas, what you guys think about this showcase. Are you guys excited for it? Do you guys have it? Will you guys be using him in this kind of damage build or still 9-piece protection build? If you guys have any cool ways of using Sir Nick, please let me know in the comments below. We'd love to read about it. Thank you guys for watching until the end. If you guys enjoy the content, please make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It would really, really help me out. Appreciate you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.